Older European doors may appear simple, but their design follows a quiet logic shaped by climate, craft, and habit. They rarely compete for attention. Instead, they anchor a street through proportion, texture, and a quiet sense of welcome. In northern regions, doors were built thicker to retain warmth. You can still see this in cities like Stockholm or Edinburgh, where timber frames were traditionally insulated and painted in saturated colors, hues that remain legible during long, dim winters. Farther south, in places like Valencia or Palermo, lighter woods and ventilated shutters helped keep interiors cool before mechanical cooling existed. Climate guided construction long before style did. Proportion is another constant. Most doors fall between 2 and 2.5 meters in height, tall enough to register as an entrance, but not so tall that they dominate the facade. Lintels and arches were never mere decoration. Historically, they distributed weight from heavy masonry walls and helped prevent settling cracks. That structural clarity is why these openings still feel solid even after centuries. Materials tell their own truth. Oak in Western Europe, prized for its resistance to moisture and insects. Chestnut in parts of Italy and the Balkans, valued for its durability and straight grain. Pine in coastal towns, where shipbuilding traditions provided easy access to workable softwood. These choices were practical first. Aesthetics followed availability, not the other way around. Ironwork adds nuance. Wrought iron hinges were shaped in small forges, which is why patterns vary from town to town. In coastal regions, like Brittany, the Basque coast, or along the Adriatic, smiths often used thicker iron sections to resist corrosion from salt air. Knockers and handles were designed to show how they worked. Mechanical clarity mattered in an era before mass-produced locks. Many doors include a transom window, often in fanlight or rectangular form. Its purpose was practical, to provide ventilation and daylight to deep stairwells, not to serve as ornament. In dense urban housing in cities like Amsterdam, Antwerp, or Prague, these openings helped narrow corridors breathe and reduce dampness in tight plots. Paint colors were historically tied to pigments that could actually be sourced: red ochre, iron green, or mineral blue. Black pitch was often used on working buildings near ports. These weren't branding choices, they were byproducts of local materials, regional trade routes, and what weather could tolerate. Wear tells the rest of the story. Rounded edges at hand height, softened moldings where sun and rain have worn away layers of old varnish. Metal, polished by palms, not polish. Patina is evidence, not embellishment, a visible record of climate, use, and maintenance rhythms. And doors, quietly, shape behavior. A heavier door leaf makes you slow down. A recessed entry offers a brief moment of shelter. A raised threshold, common in older buildings to prevent water ingress, changes your step just enough to signal transition. Nothing symbolic, just functional elements that subtly affect how we arrive. Across Europe, door types vary with building traditions. Stone towns in Croatia use deep-set frames to stabilize openings. Alpine villages rely on overhanging eaves to protect wooden doors from snow and meltwater. Row houses in Belgium or the Netherlands align doors rhythmically, keeping facades coherent along narrow streets. Different regions, same goals: clarity, durability, and a welcome at human scale. When you look at an old door, you're seeing decisions made for reasons that still make sense. Materials chosen for climate, proportions suited to the body, Craft made visible, not hidden. No grand theory, just refinement over time. And maybe that's why these doors feel so grounded. They do exactly what an entrance should do. Mark a boundary gently, invite without forcing, and age in a way that adds character instead of losing it. If this reflection resonates with you, consider subscribing to Port and Parlor. Thank you for watching.